in our country fertile, a place of imagination, a place of culture and learning. We thank God for the role that St. Thomas's plays in bringing all these cultures together to form a community of learning, of seeking, of searching. Contributing to the advancement of our nation, making our nation a place, a home for all. In silence, let us give thanks for those great influences in our lives. And so we pray. We give thee humble and hearty thanks, O most merciful Father, for the memory and good example of James, first Bishop of Colombo, our founder, and for all our governors and benefactors, by whose benefit the whole college is brought up to good godliness and good learning. We beseech thee to give us grace to use these thy blessings to the glory of thy holy name, that we may answer the good intent of our religious founder and become profitable members of the Church and nation. And that through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Our visitor and chairman of the Board of Governors, the Right Reverend Dushanta Rodrigo, Bishop of Colombo. Our chief guests, Professor Nihal De Silva and Mrs. Ina De Silva, Bishop Diloraj Kanagasabe, members of the clergy, members of the Board of Governors, heads of schools, Honorary Vice President and Secretary of the STC-OBA, and members of staff, parents, and dear boys. I welcome you all to our annual prize giving, where we celebrate the achievements of our boys during 2023. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to welcome into our midst this evening Professor Dr. Nihal De Silva and Mrs. Ina De Silva as our chief guests. Better known as AGN, Dr. De Silva is no stranger to St. Thomas's. He was a student here from 1952 to 1963, and during his student days he was an accomplished athlete, represented the college at the highest level, achieving the remarkable feat of becoming the Ceylon national champion and public school champion in the 1,500 meters and 1 mile track event at just 19. This achievement earned him a place on the Sri Lanka team for the 1964 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Ravi Rudra, himself a legend in Thomian athletics, has written of AGN, quote, "A precious gem, unearthed, cut and polished, he revealed his dazzling brilliance," unquote. Dr. AG, of no mean repute at college, during the days of the revival of English drama following the retirement of Warden de Sarum, and took part in at least 4 Shakespearean plays. He was also a scout and served as an instructor in the college scout troop. In recognition of all his achievements and contribution to the life of the college, he was appointed a school prefect by Warden C.H. Davidson. Upon leaving school, Dr. AGN pursued many interests, but settled on the field of medicine and has dedicated his life to healthcare ever since. At 19, he is said to have been armed with a scholarship and embarked on a transformative journey to Japan, where he initially studied agriculture and subsequently took to medicine at the National University of Osaka. His specialization in obstetrics and gynecology led him to faculty positions at 4 prestigious foreign universities, his career culminating as a research fellow in maternal fetal medicine at Stanford University, California, in the US. Dr. AGN holds a master's degree in public health in addition to all his other academic achievements, further showcasing his commitment to holistic healthcare education. On his return to Sri Lanka after many years abroad, he noted some of the challenges faced by our educated youth and founded the American College of Health Sciences in 2002. His vision was to train skilled and educated young people for service overseas, moving away from the degrading and shameful exploitation of unskilled Sri Lankan labor for which the country had become known. Starting with a focus on nursing, this initiative evolved over 22 years and has today become the esteemed institution that is known as the IIHS Multiversity. As the recently appointed Chancellor, Dr. AGN is poised to lead the institution to new heights. His comprehensive approach to healthcare education, coupled with a commitment to nurturing well-rounded individuals, aligns seamlessly with IIHS's mission. Dr. AGN's commitment to extracurricular activities is evident in the roles that he has played over the years as a certified scuba instructor, referee, and coach in the American Youth Soccer Organization. He is also an accomplished pianist, certified by the Trinity College of Music, London, and enjoys photography as a hobby. And today is perhaps one of those rare occasions on which he has not brought his camera with him. Dr. AGN is fluent in 5 languages. He brought it. As a motivational speaker, he is sought after for his inspirational talks to youth groups on the important link between academics and extracurricular activities for all-round formation. He is also the president currently of the St. Thomas's College Centenary Group, the group of most senior Thomians who support the college at all times. We welcome him and Mrs. De Silva very warmly this evening into our midst. The printed prize report in your hand or accessed on your devices using the QR code provided will give a snapshot of what we have accomplished. But for more details, you can also go through the college magazine for 2023, for which there is a QR code as well as a link in the prize report. The academic performance of our boys at public exams during the past year was satisfactory. We presented 173 students for the GC ordinary level examination, of whom 160, that is 94.5%, qualified to follow A-level courses. 30 boys obtained 9 A's and 14 obtained 8 A's. In addition, we presented 180 boys in total for all the streams of the GC advanced level examination, of whom 125, that is 69.4%, qualified. 12 boys obtained 3 A's and 14 secured 2 A's. Special mention must be made of T. Chandrakumar from the biological science stream, who was ranked 9th in the Colombo district and 17th in the island with a Z-score of 2.9114. C.D. Vijaypala, also from the biological stream, was ranked 10th in the district and 19th in the island with a Z-score of 2.9066. Sri Skandaraja Aswedan from the physical science stream was ranked 10th in the district and 23rd in the island with a Z-score of 2.8671. We achieved a 100% pass rate for biology with 28 students and ICT with 27 students. We were disappointed with the results of the Arts and Humanities section, traditionally being hallmarks of a Thomian education. The head of section and her staff have been addressing the causes and have identified remedial steps. At the international advanced level, A2 level, 48 candidates completed the A-level exam, completing all units, with 14 students obtaining at least 1 A star and 27 students obtaining at least one A grade. One of our students obtained 4 A-star grades, and another obtained 3 A-star grades, while 2 students got 2 A-star grades. At the AS level, while 67 candidates completed the exam by sitting for all AS level units, 18 students obtained at least one A grade. One student obtained 3 A-stars, one obtained 4 A's, and 2 obtained 3 A grades. I must make special mention this evening of Mahit Nanayakkara, who achieved a perfect score of 600 on 600 in chemistry at the final IAL. Nanayakkara, who is also a colorsman in drawing, was awarded a World Prize for his achievement at the Pearson's Edexcel High Achievers Awards in 2003. I invite him now to receive a special award this evening to recognize his achievement. Several challenges lie before us as educators in these post-COVID times. Public examinations will return to the normal places in the annual school calendar sooner than later. I won't even get started on the sad fact of how migrations have caused us to lose so many students over the past 2 years. Boys who have left to join their parents, who are migrating to perceived greener pastures in different parts of the world. Choppy and dangerous waters of AI, so that the human faculties of critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and innovation will not soon be subjugated by AI. One serious challenge for schools within the government system like ours is that of a lack of a cohesive and forward-thinking national policy on education. Everyone agrees that our current education system is flawed and broken, but there does not appear to be sufficient political will to enforce some of the very fine reforms that have been proposed in recent years. The far-reaching reform proposals titled Re-envisioning Education in Sri Lanka that were drawn up during and immediately after COVID by a task force on which both Dr. Harsha Alas and I served are now part of that repository of reform proposals that have been consigned to the waste paper basket. As long as the bureaucrats of the Ministry of Education and the National Institute of Education are reluctant to bring systemic change within their machinery, our local education system will continue to be flawed. Our children will continue to struggle under the scourge of standardization of curricula and evaluation methodology, and the international schools will thrive. A national policy that will survive changes in government is the need of the hour. And although we have been saying this as a collective for many years, we are still to see it come to pass. There was a time when activities outside the classroom were all classified as extracurricular, in that while they are not directly related to the curriculum, they nonetheless provided many educational benefits for students and contributed towards holistic education that helped to produce integrated young people. More recently, educators speak of sports and clubs and other activities as co-curricular, that is, those that complement and enhance the academic curriculum. At St. Thomas's, we offer a host of such activities and encourage all students to be involved in at least one sport or game and one club or society or other activity. And it is now a firm expectation that all boys from the lower fourth upwards be involved in this way. Sports and games are a very important aspect of the all-round educational experience we strive to offer at St. Thomas's. And as a result, we provide some of the best facilities among schools in Sri Lanka for 28 sports and games. We had a good year in sports with many noteworthy achievements. The report contains a comprehensive list. I must, however, take this opportunity to highlight the achievement of our boxers. We revived boxing a few years ago thanks to the encouragement of a number of our old boy boxers, as well as benefactors such as Mr. Mohan Samarasinha. And thanks to their intervention, Mr. Diane Gomez donated a boxing ring to the college. Since then, the sport has improved, and in 2023, our boys achieved great heights. Our captain, Yasindu Premaratna, not only won a gold medal at the Stubbs Shield Boxing Championship, but he was also adjudged the best boxer of the entire tournament. He went on to represent Sri Lanka at the 34th Malaysian International Boxing Tournament, where he won a silver medal, the first Thomian to win a silver medal at an international boxing tournament to date. I'd like to invite young Premaratna now to receive a special award of recognition on this occasion. All our achievements in sports and games were no easy in clubs. So, this creativity, critical thinking, innovation, and problem solving that the classroom does not provide. Again, details of many of the activities are given in the prize report and the magazine. During my tenure, the Nritya Abhishekya ceremony, in which the dancers are solemnly invested with their headdress and dancing costume in a time-honored cultural manner. We were also able to at last revive the college orchestra that has been dormant for a number of years. And today you will hear a performance of the Western Orchestra and the Carnatic Orchestra in fusion during an interlude. As I draw close to the end of my tenure as warden, I have been asking myself, what is special about our school? What is our value addition? What is it that we can offer that is different? What makes us distinctive? In fact, is there anything distinctive beyond a historic name and fame? While appreciating that a school's primary task is to facilitate the process of teaching and learning through what is done in the classroom and beyond, I would like to areas that I have come to believe must continue to define schools like ours. First, student well-being. Student well-being is not just a catchphrase that has gained currency, especially post-COVID. A vision of what God wants for humans and can be defined as flourishing in the enjoyment of relationships with self, others, creation, and with God. This is a helpful image when we consider the importance of mental health and well-being as part of a holistic vision for education. Nurturing the health and well-being of pupils is a key facet of the holistic education for human flourishing that we want in this school. If a school is to bring about this human flourishing in the context of shalom, then it has succeeded. Well-being should not be seen as a standalone item, but as a part of an embedded approach across the school's ethos, linking with other aspects of health education, spiritual development, the wider school curriculum, and the ethos and policies that underpin the school. Just over a week ago, I participated at the Woodard School's Heads Conference in the UK, and this theme of well-being was very much on the agenda because it is now a key performance indicator looked for, especially in official inspections of schools, by which the success of a school is judged, in addition to all other factors. Bishop Dushi always reminds us that our schools need to be happy places. A happy school is one in which well-being is a priority. Well-being includes healthy relationships within the school community. And since 2014, we have intentionally promoted healthy relationships through the Sound Mind, Sound Body program, a comprehensive age-appropriate relationships education program that St. Thomas's College pioneered. While the need of this program was not considered vital when we started it by some critics, today its need has been vindicated, and it is our intention to see it made more robust in the months ahead. Over the years, in addition to this program and the traditional extracurricular activities, we have sought to develop a culture of general well-being through other programs, such as the anti-bullying campaign and the child protection policy among them, to ensure that school is a happy and safe space for every child. Well-being must be central to creating a culture conducive to positive learning, as well as for students to enjoy a happy school experience. Certainly, we have a long way to go still in this regard, but the long-term well-being of every child should be the overarching goal of all that we do here, whether it be in the classroom, the sports field, or in other co-curricular activities. We have done much, but there is still much to do, and steadfastly we need to strive to do better. Secondly, the intentional policy of the second chance. Jesus' parable of the shepherd leaving the 99 good sheep to go searching for the one lost sheep has always inspired me as an educator. It is this parable that has always prompted me to view the rascal, the scamp, the cocky, and the mischievous as boys in need of extra care and attention. I have taken many risks in trying to put boys who are going off track back on track, something I learned from my guru, the late Warden Neville D'Alvis, who in his entire 16.5 years never sacked anyone. The easiest option when faced by wayward boys, lost sheep of our community, black sheep of the family, is to sack and to expel. The challenge and the better way is to find ways to help the wayward find their way again. There is no such thing as a bad boy, only bad adults and bad circumstances in his life, because of which he is what he is. A second chance can often save a life. If I may say so myself, this has been a hallmark of the past 9 years. The success stories far outpass the failures. Thirdly, we are a community of inclusion, where all are welcome. Inclusion plays a vital role in the Tomin education system. No matter where you come from, who your parents are, how much money you may have or not have, as the case may be, whatever faith or class or caste or race you belong to, whatever language you speak, this school has sought to offer what we offer in the same way to all without exclusion or any narrow distinctions. In recent years, we have unashamedly celebrated our diversity of faiths and communities. We have been and we are an equal opportunity community. I am glad that I was able to start admitting girls to the nursery from 2016, and I hope that it won't be too long into the future when we become a co-educational school where boys and girls will learn together. May there also be a day when our community will be one of full inclusion, even of persons of different lifestyles and communities that still yearn that still of wholesome education that we offer here. Academic excellence and sporting prowess alone are no longer what we are known for or where we dominate, but these are the features I've mentioned that will one day mark us as a unique school and a school that will continue to be sought out by parents for their children. Long may that continue. To receive the Bishop James Chapman Medal of Honor for 2023, I have chosen one who has, in his own quiet way, had an impact on the life of the student body. A young man of strong principles and an outlook on things with maturity often beyond his years. One who was never afraid to speak his mind and stand up for what he believes in, qualities that are given less and less importance in the sycophantic society that Sri Lanka has become. One who has contributed to the school in many different ways. As always, I will invite our bishop to hand over the citation while I present the medal itself. So the recipient of the Bishop James Chapman Medal of Honor for 2023 is Kavish Kamalachandra. I want to conclude this report with my thanks for the year. I owe my thanks to our Bishop Visitor, the Right Reverend Dushanta Rodrigo, the manager of the school, Mr. Maitri Vikramasinghe, and all other members of the Board of Governors, especially the Board Secretary, Mr. Hiran Molligoda, our Treasurer, Mr. Ronnie Piris, and our staff representative to the Board, Mr. Surendi Chikera, for their support and encouragement. The two representatives of the STC OBA to the Board of Governors, Mr. Mahinda Halangoda and Mr. Peter Jasinghe, complete their term of office and will be standing down. I thank them for their service to the college and can only express my hope and prayer that whoever succeeds them will be as committed, forthright, and hardworking as they have been. The subwarden has, as always, very patiently taken on much more than he needed to in order to ensure that the school ran smoothly, and he has been a most faithful and dependable second in command. His sense of doing the right thing, no matter what, speaks volumes for his moral compass and personal integrity. I often say to people that I am but the public face of the school, and he is the one who really gets all the hard work done. And that is not an exaggeration. I thank him for his sense of duty and his unflinching loyalty. Our chaplain, the Venerable Sam Purnaya, whenever he was able to be here due to being on study leave, provided spiritual nurture and pastoral care to all in our community. I am very thankful to the Venerable Crisanta Mendis, the Reverend Canon Joshua Ratnam, and Brother Lionel Piris for coming on board to help out on different days of the week during Father Sam's absence. The College Council, comprising the heads of the various sections who make up the executive staff, proved to be a good management team and helped me run the school. I rarely had to micromanage, as each of them handled their sections with professionalism and accountability. I thank them all. Almost all the members of the tutorial, administrative, and support staff gave of their very best at all times, and I thank each and every one of them. My staff are a precious resource, often undervalued and unappreciated, but a good and efficient staff is an essential component of a successful school, and if there is any success story to be told, they are an integral part of it. My academic heads, Mrs. Romela Dimel, Mrs. Lalani Mututantri, Mrs. Vatsala Vijayvikrama, Mr. Sagara Gunavardhana, Mr. Channa Sela De Silva, Dr. Mrs. Radhika Mendis, Mr. Kirti Pereira, and Mr. Malcolm Fernando, and all the teachers under them deserve a special word of appreciation today when we celebrate the academic achievements of our boys. They are daily on the front line. They are the ones who spend time with the boys, opening their eyes to wonders of knowledge, helping them to love learning. Good teachers are invaluable to the success of students and the education system as a whole. They have the power to inspire, to motivate, and to shape the future of our students, and thereby the future of the world around them. Thank you, my colleagues, for your support, your dedication, and for more often than not, going the second mile for our boys. In connection with our sports program, I wish to place on record my thanks to the Sports Council, headed by Mr. Kapila Vijay Gunavardhana, the various individual sports development committees, all boy support groups, OBA branches overseas, individual all boys, and the STC OBA for their support and solidarity. Schools like this will not survive long without such groups to support us. Numerous other friends of the school, parents, and well-wishers helped the school in many different ways during the year under review, and I thank them all. Please permit me now a brief personal note before I conclude. As you are all aware, this will be the last prize report that I will present as the 19th warden of the college. By the next prize giving in a year's time, my successor will be in office, and I will be part of history. A villain or a hero, well, history alone will be the judge of that. For now, as I look back, I must say that despite the and everything right, there are many things we could have done differently and other cause for regret. But continuous striving to be as good as we can be is part of what it means to be a Thomian, and so we will go on. Over the next 11 months, as we prepare for the end of one tenure and the beginning of another, we remind ourselves of the words of the great Anglican poet T.S. Eliot, who has written, For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. To make an end is to make a beginning. I conclude this report with the first verse of our much-loved end-of-term hymn by C.A. Allington. Lord, thou hast brought us to our journey's end. Once more to thee our thankful prayers ascend. Once more we stand to praise thee for the past. Grant prayer and praise be honest at the last. Thank you for your patient listening. Esto perpetua. It is now my great pleasure to invite our chief guest, Professor Dr. Nihal De Silva, to address the gathering. Shall I leave it here, or you can keep it there?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. If you're going to fall asleep for that, then you may also fall asleep on high over the big club grounds, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of Thomian daffodils, beside the school and beside the sea, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. I attended class, but little thought what wealth this path to me had brought. And then the final lines. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pet, and dances with the daffodils, the unfading Thomian daffodils. Now, although the daffodil is not a Sri Lankan flower, I gathered a lot of them at STC, and they have brought me back home. Back home to this hall, to this very same stage where I used to perform in lead roles in many Boy Scout and Drama Society productions. I even walked up to this stage to receive the upper sixth class prize in 1960. But this I have been invited to play is the most prestigious role in my life. I immediately felt younger by about 10 years when the warden bestowed this honor on me. Thank you, sir. I have attended many a prize giving when my contemporaries were chief guests. And among these daffodils, I made an amazing discovery. Over the last 43 years, I am the 5th chief guest from the same class that entered college in 1952. I know all of them very intimately, and I see 4 of them even present here today. Thank you. And there was a 6th who was 1 year behind us. He was in the arts section. All the others were in the science section. These were the very impressionable years of our life. Now, this is no mere coincidence. This says a lot about STC and its place in the history of quality education. With no disrespect to the present staff, the teaching staff of then was of a special, separate breed, now rare to find. One of them, Mr. G.S. Sugatadasa, turned 97 a month ago and is well on his way to a century. One, Mr. Satchidaranand, living in Canada, passed away yesterday, just 40 days short of 100 years. They were my teachers. They all lived a long time, and I hope I will live a long time too. And with Thomian grit, I'm sure that we can make it. Now, Most of these teachers had averaged 15 years or more of teaching at college, with some even up to 30 years. They held on to and transmitted traditions. The fact that I can remember all their names is also a tribute to their impact on our nurturing. Some even had a greater impact on me, as I got caned by some of them. In fact, from both wardens. Experiences that we boast of and even treasure now. Today, the pivotal period in the present education system is between the ages of 15 and 19. This is when decisions are made about the general directions in life. And during my days, we had very limited options and pathways. Today, there are too many, making a choice difficult and even confusing. For those of you who are not too good at math, I'm talking about the 1950s and 60s. In Sri Lanka, in 2022, we had 270,000 students taking the GCE A-level examination, and about 167,000, that is 65% of them, got adequate marks to follow university-level courses. However, the university system has only 35,000 spots at best. This leaves about 132,000 educated youths with no specific path to follow. The politicians, most of them uneducated, unfortunately, they themselves have let us down quite badly in terms of a solution. Even from these 35,000 entering the university, only about 25%, approximately 9,000 students, graduate in subjects that can directly and immediately contribute to our economy. The others, in a way, are a drag on our economy, mostly as politically appointed government servants demanding more benefits, and who are not even welcome in the private sector because of their lackadaisical and non-productive attitudes. What happens to this 132,000 who could not enter the local university system after adequate grades? Well, they are initially stigmatized as poor students and look for non-traditional pathways with the rich enough, about maybe 16,000 per year, going abroad using our precious foreign exchange. About another 50,000 join the private sector in various capacities, like banking, accounting, IT, marketing, some with some career potential. This yet leaves about 60,000 minds in limbo, maybe trying their luck for a second or third time to enter university, or else changing their career and dreams after wasting 2 to 3 years of their youth. Sri Lanka does not have adequate systems to absorb these 60,000 young educated minds. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. This group of students is a large market for tuition masters and other higher education setups promising success. Although most of these students will do very well in a vocational training environment, there is a social reluctance and resistance to choose this pathway. This is a major attitudinal issue not well analyzed by the public, and mostly due to prejudicial respect for the dignity of labor. The future in a vocational trade or craft is immense. In the United States of America, the income of an established vocational trade is much higher than that of a young medical doctor. Reminds me of a joke. In the USA, a lady had a problem with her kitchen sink and so called in a plumber. He made a house call and evaluated the problem, and in about 20 minutes, he fixed the problem to the lady's satisfaction. He presented his bill. $300 for a 20-minute job? That is ridiculous. My husband is a neurosurgeon and he does not charge such fees. The plumber was amused and replied, "Madam, I fully understand you, madam. I was also a neurosurgeon once, and that's why I changed my career." On that note, something special and historical happened 2 months ago at the school that I am the head of. We had the annual convocation, and this year's best all-round student was Pathum Akash Fernando. Have you heard of him? Well, he's a Thomian. His major, nursing. He will soon get his BSc from Deakin University, Australia. We made arrangements for him to receive this award at our convocation with the warden, and I made it a point to mention that he was a product of STC, now daring to establish a pioneering pathway for other Thomians. Well done, Pathum. Well done, St. Thomas's. Another historical event was by the Thomian who earned 600 marks out of 600 at the international chemistry thing. Well done, the teachers who taught him. Well done, Mahit. Note, he is also a colorsman in rowing, which means he's an all-rounder, an excellent role model. Along these lines, the centenary group of the Old Boys Association of STC, of which I am president, we recently inaugurated a fully dedicated, functioning, professional workshop to introduce our students to hands-on vocational experiences like carpentry, masonry, welding, plumbing, electrical, auto repair, etc., with the blessings of the warden. This will also hopefully give our present faithful but unseen maintenance staff with proven skills and expertise a sense of pride and purpose, and eventually even accept outside contracts as a source of income for college. We recently conducted a workshop on 3D printing, which was surprisingly successful. There is a tremendous future in this field. Our next planned ventures are going to be dismantling of an old abandoned motorbicycle and reassembling it with scavenged parts and bringing it back to a working condition. And next, the assembling of a lighter-than-air airplane. Local and expatriate old boys with such hobbies and experiences are eager to help. Hope you will also support us. Now, when obtaining a qualification, it is very common to hear the word recognition. I was told very arrogantly by the local Ministry of Education that awarded a scholarship to me in 1964 that Japanese medical degrees are not recognized in Sri Lanka, and then I should choose agriculture or fisheries instead. I did that, but subsequently changed to medicine after 2 years of agriculture. The Japanese were impressed at my knowledge of A-level chemistry, physics, and biology obtained here at St. Thomas's College. I had no difficulty passing their medical entrance examination, which the Japanese themselves thought was very tough. So in Sri Lanka, I belonged to the group who could not get a university position despite my grades being adequate. Those who gained entry are obviously lucky and feel special and exclusive, but the others are not considered of adequate quality and are left to their own resources. This leftover valuable pool of adequately educated students need to feel included, and the education system should inculcate the concept of inclusivity rather than exclusion. Their potential needs to be respected and pathways found for them. An educated mind is a terrible thing to waste. It is with this pool in mind that I started a nursing school in 2002 after my retirement, with the support of 5 other friends of similar mind. However, most of us were not living in Sri Lanka at the time, and we were naive and ignorant about local attitudes and conditions. A further issue was that of recognition. All healthcare related education and services are regulated by some arm of government, unlike other fields like banking, accounting, computing, and IT, hospitality services, etc. Although these disciplines may have their own high standards, they are not rigorously regulated by law as healthcare is. Regulation by law in Sri Lanka is a very tortuous and crooked method. It is a deterrent for disciplined fields in healthcare, as most regulators are not fit for their job, have very narrow or no experience and vision, and are prejudiced by jealousy, or else they are useless political appointees just parasitic on the already depleted treasury. In the field of nursing, in 2002, we had 17 government nursing schools with about 2,000 vacancies per year. Most applicants were non-urban students with poor English at best. They followed a 3-year outdated diploma course taught mainly in Sinhalese. The students were stuck with their outdated diploma for the rest of their life and the rest of their career, with no further recognition of their skills and experience with time. Internationally, a diploma is too low a level to be recognized as a professional registered nurse in first world countries. To change this scene and export intelligent skilled labor, we started IIHS as a private institution in 2002 and was met with major opposition from the Ministries of Health and Education, the health-related labor unions, and health-related professional associations. Now, with Tommy and Grit, we started with 23 students, and we now have, as of today, 3,700 students with 5 faculties in health-related fields. Obviously, we filled a great need, and this gave us the encouragement to expand into other areas of allied health services. Now, together with Coventry University of the UK, we plan to become the training hub for healthcare services in the Southeast Asia region, and are confident that we will have our own hospital and medical school in another 4 to 5 years or soon. We now award reputed foreign degrees all the way up to the PhD level, and also offer Australian A-level courses under license from the Australian government. And ironically, all those who opposed us in 2002 have now got their BScs and their higher degrees in nursing from us. What a turnaround. Who are the students who come to us? The educated students excluded by our present system of education with no pathways to follow. And of course, they are trusting parents, faithfully executing their parental duties and responsibilities. More and more, these students are from leading Colombo and other semi-urban schools, students who would not have ventured into healthcare 20 years ago. All of our students now get degrees from well-recognized first world universities without leaving Sri Lanka, and thus saving our precious foreign exchange. We are open to other Sodomians too, and even their sisters. Considering its world ranking in academia, Sri Lanka refusing to recognize degrees from leading first world universities is a sad joke with absolutely no humor in it. I now want to bring your attention to a shameful phenomenon in the local state university system that has become a national and even an international disgrace. The phenomenon is noticed in the state universities, but not in the private sector. This by itself is quite telling. The phenomenon I refer to is ragging or Navakavadaya. In Britain, where this tradition originated, ragging was a way of celebrating a new chapter in the honored and prized goal of higher education, an initiation rite to a new camaraderie with activities to amuse, entertain, and even embarrass the new students. In some neighborhoods, it was even a fundraising event for charity. It was, in short, a fun event with some community participation. In contrast, in Sri Lanka, it has evolved into a shameful, despicable, cruel, vulgar form of psychological trauma, leading to physical torture and injury and even suicide and school dropout, usually aimed at meek students. Something is sadly lacking in this country that has 4 major religions with colorful holidays, places of worship at every street corner, some even proudly professing their faith as sound pollution. Academic curricular education has had no deterrent effect. The university authorities and police have had no deterrent influence, and the politicians are artfully dodging the issue. Less than 1% of university students are terrorizing the other 99% and introducing a toxic culture to education. This is only happening at state universities where there is no charge for tuition. It does not happen in private higher education institutions. Why? Think about it. Some of the better brains amongst you here who may enter university might become victims. Beware. As Shakespeare wrote in Hamlet, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. However, did you know that at STC we do have a ragging tradition also? A healthy ragging tradition. When and where does it happen? When we become school prefects. In 1962, I had to stand on a chair with a glass of gin and lime in hand, sing some bawdy songs and relate exaggerated and humorous stories about personal experiences, and contribute rupees 10 to pay to treat the seniors to dinner. I was out of pocket by the end of the day and got hooked on gin and lime. School fees were then rupees 20 per month. To this day, I love a gin and lime when I mingle with fellow prefects of my era and the daffodils begin to bloom and dance. But please, boys, no gin till you leave school, okay? I would like to now address the senior boys at school at about the O and A levels. Once you complete these senior years, you will step into general society and the marketplace. At the same time, it means you will leave STC. You will also leave an environment of innocence, naivety, trust, comfort, fun, and buddy support with the expectation of entering a mature and orderly adult environment. Your expectations, unfortunately, will not be what you expected. In this new environment, you will run into unexpected and unpredictable situations where you will have many opportunities to be drawn into the temptations of pervasive dishonesty, corruption, and recreational drugs. These are pathways easy to be drawn into, but will eventually and certainly get you into trouble. Not only you, but also your social and career standing, your family, and even your school. Be alert. I'm sure your molding at St. Thomas's will guide and motivate you. Finally, I would like to quote from Shakespeare, lines from Hamlet, spoken by Polonius to his son Laertes on his passage to a new chapter in his life. I played the part of Polonius. I see at least 3 other people here who acted with me. This was how many years ago? 60 years ago. And these few precepts in thy memory look thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. The friends thou hast and their adoption tribe, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel, but do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each new unfledged comrade. Beware of entry into a quarrel, but being in, bear that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thine ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit, as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy. For the apparel oft proclaims a man, and they in France of the best rank and station are most select and generous chief in that. Neither a lender or a borrower be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell. My blessings season this in thee. Thank you for listening. Good luck, and may the force be with you.
The W.C.L. Fernando Memorial Prize for Economics, G.S. Pididu Agamage. The W.C.L. Fernando Memorial Prize for Accounting, S.A. De Silva. The DeMille Prize for Divinity, W.J.L. Fernando. The Sarath Vikramaratnam Prize for Geography, G.S. Pididu Agamage. The Dr. Sirandaraniyagala Memorial Prize for History, L.S.S. Silva. Prize for Political Science, G.S. Pididu Agamage. Prize for ICT, RMKR Karunatilaka. College Arts A, the DCW Vikramasekara Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts A1, R.N. Milanka. A2, K. Harishna. The PBR Vikramasekara Memorial Form Prizes, Call Arts A3, KKCT Ratnajiva. A4, ADP Gunatilaka. the D.W. Suryarachi Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts A5, G. Unity, D.M. Manuelge. The prize for Logic, G.A.T. Tilanka. The MPZ Sirivardhana Memorial Prize for Elements of Political Science, A.D.P. Gunatilaka. The Dr. E.L. Vikramaratne Memorial Prize for Geography, E.M.T.D. Ekanayaka. The prize for Classics in memory of Forrester Obesekara and Arabind Derniyagala, A.D.P. Gunatilaka. The Willie Jayatilaka Memorial Prize for History, B.R.R.A.C. Birgama. The prize for Communication and Mass Media, A.D.P. Gunatilaka. The prize for ICT, A.P.G. Sebanyanam. The prize for Business Statistics, S.N. Kalansurya. And the prize for the best student in College Form Arts A, S.N. Kalansurya. College Arts B, the Deshabandhu David Edwin Hettiarachi Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts B1, S. Yadavan. B2, DLKS Jayavardhana and KDS Pereira. The Mudliar James Alfred Pereira Form Prizes. Call Arts B3, BABS Premaratna. B4, MMJ Fernando. The Mr. and Mrs. Simon Abe Vikrama Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts B5, TSP Pires. B6, GJ Koparaheva. The Rani Asirvadam Memorial Prize for Economics, MMJ Fernando. The Dr. and Mrs. Victor Hettigoda Prize for Business Studies, S.V. Gunasekara. The Professor Lakshman R. Vatavala Prize for Accounts, S. Yadavan. The Leena Jnanapragasam Prize for Divinity, T.S.P. Pires. The Justice George Randolph Tisadas Bandaranaike and his wife Mrs. Johanna D. Bandaranaike Memorial Prize for Elements of Political Science, T.S. Vanyarachi. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Geography, D.N.N. Barnage. The prize for Information, Communication and Technology, MGS Fernando. And the prize for the best student in College Form Science E, V.I. Pereira. College Science A form prizes. A1, H.Y. Lohiru. A2, T. Kishan. A3, S. Jatukeshan. The Warden S.J. Anandanayagam Memorial Prize for Physics and Mathematics, L.P.N. Silva. The prize for Physics, the Sir Wilfred de Soisa Memorial Prize for Chemistry, and the Dr. and Mrs. L.E.J. Salgado Prize for Biology, S. Jatukeshan. The prize for Information, Communication and Technology, P.E. Fernando. The prize for Combined Mathematics, L.P.N. Silva. And the Edward Edri Singha Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Form Science A, S. Jatukeshan. College Science B, the N.S. Hevavitana. The ACG de Soisa Memorial Form Prize for B2, K. Thuarahan. The Jalak de Soisa Memorial Form Prize for B3, J.C. Appa Seniviratna. The Dr. Henrik de Silva Hettigoda Memorial Prize for Combined Mathematics, K. Thuarahan. The prize for Physics, P.H.J. Sanvidu. The prize for Combined Mathematics with Physics, K. Thuarahan. And the prize for Chemistry, K. Thuarahan and P.H.J. Sanvidu. The Dr. and Mrs. L.E.J. Salgado Prize for Biology, S. Arun Mukesh. The D.R. Aryaratna Memorial Prize for Biology with Chemistry and the Prize for Biology with Physics, J.C. Appa Seniviratna. The Prize for Information, Communication and Technology, C.D.S. Guerrero. And the Warden A.J.C. Selvaratnam Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Form Science B, K. Thuarahan. International Advanced Level College Form E, Form Prizes. E1, S.P. Pereira. E2, S.A. Abevardhana, and E3, K.A.D.L.M. Nanakara. Prize for Business Studies, M.L.C.S. Pereira. Prize for Economics, B.Y. Gunavardhana. Prize for English Literature, A.D. Vijayaratna. Prize for Physics, S.P. Pereira. Prize for Chemistry and Mathematics, K.A.D.L.M. Nanayakara. Prize for Further Mathematics and Further Applied Mathematics, S.P. Pereira. Ranasinghe. A3, D.S. Kaluarachi. And A4, D.M. Disanayaka. The prize for Accounts, B.A.P.M. Senaviratna. The prize for Business Studies, M.O.T. Mansoor. The late Mr. R.P.J. Mendes and the late Mrs. H.R.C. Mendes Prize for Economics, Y.A. Figueroa. Prize for English Literature, A.M. Tirukumar. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Physics, D.S. Kaluarachi. The W.R.O. and Emerine Fernando Memorial Prize for Chemistry, and the C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Mathematics, M.N. Dayaratna. The prize for Further Mathematics and Further Applied Mathematics, D.S. Kaluarachi. The prize for Biology, M.N. Dayaratna. The Harshala Bhima Shanti Memorial Prize for IT, D.S. Kaluarachi. And the C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the International Advanced Level College Form A, M.O.T. Manzoor. International Advanced Level College Form B Form Prizes, B1, M.S. Majid. B2, R. Adarsan. B3, C.D. Padma Perumal. The Raja Asirvatam Memorial Prize for Accounts, M.R. Gurusinghe. The prize for Business Studies and Economics, C.D. Padma Perumal. The prize for English Literature in memory of Mr. Daniel Edward Boteju and Mrs. Dora Boteju, P.D.M. Boteju. The Mrs. C.W.S. Fernando Memorial Prize for Physics, M.S. Majid. The R.D. Sirisena Memorial Prize for Mathematics, C.D. Padma Peruma. The prize for further mathematics and further applied mathematics, M.S. Majid. The prize for law, A.J.A. Lafir. The Harshala Vimal Shanti Memorial Prize for IT, H.A. Develigoda. And the Alex Vijay Singha Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the International Advanced Level College Form B, M.S. Majid. Upper Secondary, Upper Sixth Form. The W.K.G. N. Pereira Memorial Form Prizes. Upper 6A, W.S.J. Fernando. Upper 6B, S.D. Senaviratna. Upper 6C, P.M.Y. Gomez. Upper 6D, A.M.S.S. Vijay Kumara. Upper 6E, HMVBU Heenkenda. And Upper 6F, DMSM Disanayaka. The Michael Arsaratnam Memorial Prize for Divinity, M.S.J. Mendes. The Squadron Leader Shiran V. Pereira Memorial Prize for Buddhism, D.M.S.M. Disanayaka. The K. Ganeshlingam Memorial Prize for Saivism, M. Sharan. The Prize for Islam, M.M. Khalil. The Hugh Vijay Singha Memorial Prize for English, D.V. Udumalagala. The H.S. Jayakuru Memorial Prize for Sinhala, W.A.C.R. Vikramasinghe. The late Kalasuri Arisan Ahubudu Memorial Prize for Sinhala Literature, UWS Sandinu. The Dr. V. Gabriel Memorial Prize for Tamil, M. Sharan. The Lloyd Gunawardena Memorial Prize for Mathematics, J.J. Premsagar. The J.W.F.H. Prince Memorial Prize for Science, Sinhala Medium, D.M.S.M. Disanayaka. The Prize for Science, English Medium, A.T. Disanayaka. The Prize for History, D.M.S.M. Disanayaka. The Mrs. H.M. Vitanachi Memorial Prize for Geography, A.M.S.S. Vijay Kumara. The Dr. D.N. Athuporala Memorial Prize for Civics, P.M.Y. Gomez. Mr. Lionel Senaratna and Mrs. Millicent Senaratna Memorial Prize for Business Studies, UWS Sandinu. The J.W.F.H. Prince Memorial Prize for Information and Communication Technology, R.G. Amarasinghe. the Subwarden Edmund St. Patrick Gunavardhana Memorial Prize for English Language and English Literature, D.V. Udumalagala. The David Painter Memorial Prize for Art, S.R.N. Himaranga. The F.V. Krishantamendis Prize for Music, W.A.C.R. Vikramasinghe. The Erdly Vijayavardhana Memorial Prize for English Literature, D.M.S.M. Dissanayake. And the Matthias Dimmel Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Upper Sixth Form, D.M.S.M. Dissanayake. The C.P. Sanjay Mendis Prize for the Most Improved Student in the Upper School, N.E. Daniel. Middle Sixth Form, the Reverend A.S.P. Gunatilaka Memorial Form Prizes. Middle 6A, K. Gobishant. Middle 6B, L. Shahanje. Middle 6C, E.N.P. Kurukulasurya. Middle 6D, D.E. Pereira. Middle 6E, M. Santish. And Middle 6F, K. Girishant. In Tamil medium, T.C. Jacob. The S.H. Mahadevulvava Memorial Prize for Buddhism, N.A.R.R.S. Nanayakara. The prize for Saivism, M. Santish. The Kevin Morrison Memorial Prize for English, E.N.P. Kurukulasurya. The Roshan Aryaratna Memorial Prize for Sinhala, N.A.R.R.S. Nanayakara. The late Kalasuri Arisen Ahubudu Prize for Sinhala Literature, N.K. Vijaysurya. The E.S. Harichandra Memorial Prize for Tamil and the Rasaya Memorial Prize for Mathematics, M. Santish. The J.P. Manikasinghe Memorial Prize for Science, Sinhala Medium, N.A.R.R.S. Nanayakara. Tamil Medium, M. Santish. English Medium, E.N.P. Kurukulasurya. The Molamure Prize for History, E.N.P. Kurukulasurya and M. Santish. Fifth form, the A.T. Sinnathambi Memorial Form Prizes. Form 5A, K. Seshan. Form 5B, U. Sriram. Form 5C, W. R. Fernando. Form 5D, TCP De Silva. Form 5E, DS Rajiv. And Form 5F, S. Priyant. The Bishop's Prize for Divinity, WWYD Fernando. The Mr. and Mrs. David Kodituaku Prize for Buddhism, T.D. Kahapalarachi. The Prize for Islam, M.S. Shafraz. The Colonel R. Kumaranayagam Memorial Prize for Saivism, K. Seshan. The Mary Illangakon Memorial Prize for English and the Cyril De Silva Memorial Prize for Sinhala. The Dr. V. Prize for Tamil, K. Seshan. The J.P. Salgado Senior Memorial Prize for Mathematics, G. Nihilash. The Prize for Science, KVDS Nimsara. The Prize for History, D.S. Rajiv. The Professor Nalini Jayasuriya Memorial Prize for Art, TCP De Silva. The F.R.S. Mendes Memorial Prize for Music, W.R.E. Fernando and D.S. Rajiv. Prizes for Link Languages, Sinhala, K. Seshan. And Tamil, W.R.E. Fernando. And the Devendran Kandaya Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Boy in Form 5. D.S. Rajiv. Upper Fourth Form, the Reverend Canon Charles Thomas Memorial Form Prizes. Upper 4A, O.N. Kanakaratna. Upper 4B, D.N. Talgahagoda. Upper 4C, P.H.L.S. Puhulvella. Upper 4D, KAR Sanmita. Upper 4E, P. Artigan. And upper 4F, P. Dishan. The Arthur and Irene Pinto Jayawardena Memorial Prize for Divinity, J.H. Yogaraja. The L.P. Vikramasuriya Memorial Prize for Buddhism, G.M.B.M. Manavadu. The Prize for Islam, S.N.M. Ikrima. The Prize for Saivism, P. Atigan. The Lucian and Mrs. Ruth Vijay Singha Memorial Prize for English, K.S. Cruz. The Arosha Lekhamvasam Memorial Prize for Sinhala Language, M.M. Govinna. The C. Sachitanandan Memorial Prize for Tamil, P. Atigan. The Vernon Dilivera Tennakoon Memorial Prize for Mathematics, P. Dishan and J.S. Veerasingham. The Nalin Fernando Prize for General Science, P. Atigan. The late Dr. C.V.X.R. Brito Baba Pulle Memorial Prize for History, D.A.P.E. Disanaika. The Gate Mudliar J.R. Surya Bandara Memorial Prize for Art, I.K. Hapuarachi. The Reverend Lucian G.B. Fernando Memorial Prize for Music, P.H.C. Jayasekara. Prize for Link Languages, Sinhala, R. Jatushman. And Tamil, K.A.R. Sanmita. And the Ganegoda Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Upper 4 Form, P. Atigan. Lower 4th Form, the Paul and Joyce Gunatilaka Memorial Form Prizes. Lower 4A, C.H. Obesekara. Lower 4B, A.Z. Arzat Sajir. Lower 4C, L.D. Pires. Lower 4D, J.Y.Y. Randira. Lower 4E, A. Achalan. Lower 4F, H.A. Vijay Singha. The prize for link languages, Sinhala, A.Z. S. Pires. And the Carl de Oliveira Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Lower 4th Form, A. Achalan. Primary School, Upper Third Form. The Doreen Patricia Gunaratna Hensman Memorial Form Prizes. Upper 3A, M&T Vijay. The prize for English recitation, R. Narun. The prize for Sinhala recitation, O.O. The prize for Tamil recitation, K. Kerisit. The prize for mathematics, N. Tharun. The Kirti Kalupahana Memorial Prize for Environmental Studies, M.F.A. Amhar. The Manel Piris Memorial Prize for Art, A.S. Vikramasinghe. The Noel Vijayratna Memorial Prize for Singing, D.D. Sirisena. Lower Third Form, the Chiren Ishan Fernando Memorial Form. The prize for Saivism, T.U. Varman. The J.H.S. Piris Memorial Prize for English and the Mrs. K. Bandaratilaka Memorial Prize for Sinhala, MMLB Mahavidana. The prize for Tamil, T. The prize for art, S.R. Fernando. The Hallock Anandaraja Memorial Prize for Singing, T.J. Pereira. The prize for Sinhala recitation, T.J. Pereira. And the prize for Tamil recitation in memory of Mr. Ratnasri Fernando, D.D. Ebenezer. Thank you, sir and madam. We will now have a short interlude before heading into the special prizes.
Choir Prize for Attendance, T.P. Pereira. Prize for Reading the Lesson in Chapel, A.G. Ponnaya. The Noel Hensman Prize for a college form student who plays the organ in the chapel, J.S.J. Mahendran. The Vinod Senadira Memorial Prize for the leader of the Canto Perpetua Choir, Y.P. Dilanarol and R. Dharmadasa. The E.L. Pereira Memorial Prize for Mathematics, seniors R.G. Amarasinghe, juniors S. Atirayan and G. Nihilash. The Warden E.F. Miller Memorial Prize for Mathematics and the Prize for Mathematics, S. Aswedan. The Esme Satrasinghe Memorial Prize for Mathematics in the college form, Y.A.H.K. Pereira. The Lloyd Gunodhana Memorial Prize for Science in the college form, C.D. Vijaypala. The Siri Edirisinghe Memorial Prize for Physics, S. Aswedan. The Information and Communication Technology Prize, Middle Sixth Form upwards, R.G. Amarasinghe. The Warden C.H.L. Davidson Memorial Prize for College History, G.S. Pitidua Gamage. The Dr. Chanaka Amaratunga Memorial Prize for Knowledge of Current Affairs and Politics, J.D.M. Jayawardena. The Richard de Souza Memorial Prize for English Composition, N.S. Serasundara. The Arndt Memorial Prize for English Literature, N.J. Pereira. The Piris Sirivardhana Prize for English Composition, T.D. Nallapperuma. The R.F.A. Mendis Memorial Prize for English, K.E. Lawrence. The Warden de Serum Jubilee Prize for English, Y.A. Figueredo. The Roger and Gladys de Mel Memorial Prize for English Poetry, J. V. Jaishan. The Ethel Winifred Edirisinghe Memorial Prize for English Grammar, I.A.A.G. Pereira. The Rosie and A.W. Frederick Senanayaka Memorial Prize awarded to the editor of the college magazine, M.G.S. Fernando and H.A.A. Jeza. The W.M.L. Martinez Memorial Prize for Western Classics, A.D.P. Gunatilaka. The C.P. Sanjay Mendis Prize for Sinhala, G.J. Kuberheva. The Gate Mudliya N. Thamodaram Memorial Prize for Tamil, M. Santish. The K.C. Kamala Sabesan P.C. Memorial Award for Tamil Literature, R. Sivanant. The late Mr. Lal and Mrs. Chitrangani Rodrigo Memorial Prize for Knowledge of General Current Affairs, N.S. Serasundara. The Subwarden F.J. Senarat Memorial Prize for General Knowledge, A.J. Pereira. The Prize for History, G.S. Pitidua Gamage. The Metropolitan Laktas Dimel Memorial Prize for Natural History, D.E. Pereira. The Sepala Ilangakon Memorial Prize for the Improvement of the Environment, L. Lakshman. The Mr. and Mrs. H.J.A. Hulugalla Memorial Prize for a Short Story in English, D.B. Udumalagala. The Ilangakon Memorial Prize for Oratory, English, A.I. Skandakumar, Sinhala, STRS Hemachandra. The S.J. Gunasekaram Memorial Prize for Tamil Oratory and the Sarath Muttettuegama Memorial Prize for Oratory in English and Sinhala or English and Tamil, R. Lavinash. The W.R.O. Fernando Memorial Prize for the Best Debater in Sinhala, A.M.S.S. Vijay Kumar. The N.M. Don Mohanlal Trophy awarded to the captain of the English debating team, K. Ganan. The D.S. Jayasekara Memorial Trophy awarded to the captain of the Sinhala debating team, S.S. Kahapola Arachi. The prize for the best debater in Tamil, J. Abhinosan. The Sir Sangarapille Pararajasingham Memorial Prize for the Best Debater in English, A.I. Skantakumar. The Rosie and A.W. Frederick Senanayaka Memorial Challenge Trophy awarded to the champions of the Inter-House Annual English Debating Tournament, Stonehouse. The Lionel Wendt Memorial Prize for Photography, CMG Sali. The Samson De Silva Thenabadu Memorial Trophy for the Best Actor, K.G. Lenagala. The Reverend Canon Roy Yin Memorial Prize for an Outstanding Actor with Notable Academic Achievement, S.E. Peter. The trophy for the leader of the ABC band, C.S. Gunawardana. The trophy for the best junior ABC bandsman, G.S. Pitidua Gamage. The trophy for the most promising senior bandsman, N.K. Herat. The trophy for the best junior bandsman, R.J. Sainiketan. The trophy for the band leader, T. Kishan. The trophy for the leader of the orchestra, G.C. Pires. The trophy for the most promising junior orchestral player, A.R.C. Pereira. The trophy for the most promising senior orchestral player, T.P.H.T. Nanekara and E.N.P. Kulakurasuriya. The S.E. Satharasinghe Memorial Challenge Trophy for Chess, S. Aksharan, J.U. Totagamua. The ALM and MEC Fernando Memorial Trophy for the best Scrabble player, C. Edrisinghe. The D.C. Gunawardena Memorial Prize for the senior cadet, M.S. Sadat. The trophy for special merit for a senior cadet in memory of Rajiv Veerasuriya, D.A. Kandane Arachi. The Wing Commander Tilina Karuadachi Memorial Trophy for the most outstanding senior cadet, not an NCO, JVC Pires. The David R. Hallock Memorial Prize for an outstanding cadet with good record in studies and discipline, L.P. Gunasekara. The E.B. Vikramanayaka Challenge Trophy for Intersection Training, AATED Gunasekara. The Warden Captain C.H. Davidson Memorial Prize for Marksmanship, Seniors, K.W.N.K. Fonseca. The Arthur Abesekara Memorial Trophy for Scouting, DCB Purijala. The A.L. Victor Memorial Prize for the Best Scout, S. Sanjit, A.K.R. Edirisinghe. The W.H. Pereira Memorial Prize for the Best Junior Scout, A. Iflal. The Samson De Silva Thenabadu Trophy for the Most Promising Junior Scout, M.A. Karunaratna. The Johnson Challenge Cup for the Best Patrol Juniors, Leopard Patrol. Prize for the most outstanding cub. First prize, T. N. Ramachandran. Second prize, N. Tarun. Third prize, P. Jai Akash. The Louis A. P. Piris Deraniyagala Memorial Challenge Cup for senior tennis, M. M. Ziha. The Challenge Cup for junior tennis, A. M. Khalil. The Banti Gudatilaka Memorial Prize for the best performance at the Ceylon Schools Tennis Meet, D.A.W. Kitnul. Trophy for table tennis in memory of the late Honorable Nalanda Ellavala, T.R. Seniviratna. Trophy for the most outstanding hockey player, K.D.K. Pereira. The Rani Labenayaka Shield for the most promising hockey player, seniors, SSP Ephraim's, juniors, B.W. Chularatna. The Janaka Di Fonseca Memorial Trophy for the most outstanding basketball player, T.E.J. Pereira. The Sunitra Ilangakon Memorial Prize for the oarsman with the best record in work and games, seniors, K.A.D.L.M. Nanakara. Prize for the oarsman with the best record in work and games, under 16, D. Dehragoda. The Challenge Shield for swimming, B.A.D.N.A. Pereira. The Manikkam Saravanamuttu Challenge Cup for the best junior swimmer, D.Y. Mallavarachi. The Dr. R.L. Heyman Memorial Trophy for diving, D.E. Pereira. The trophy for the best ruggerite of the season, YBP Bulat Singh Halage. The Quintin Israel Trophy for the most outstanding fresher of the year, first 15, J.M. Jayasingha. The Shamil Manojit Jinasena Memorial Prize for a junior ruggerite with the best record in games and work, H.G.M. Dias. Prize for squash, D.M. Ranathunga. The Carl Romesh Venavadam Challenge Cup for Junior Athletics, PHSS Silva. The Warden Deseram Challenge Cup for the Best Athlete of the Year, T.S. Wanyarachi. The Challenge Cup for the most promising junior cricketer under 17, AJ Paranavidana. The Leonard Arndt Memorial Prize for the cricketer with the best record in games and work, SSWGW Bulankulama. The AF Mollamure Memorial Challenge Cup for the best all-round Thomian cricketer of the year, N.J. Caldera. The Clinton Dimel Memorial Prize for the best batsman at the Royal Thomian cricket match, SSWGW Bulankulama. The F.H. Stevens Memorial Prize for batting, SSWGW Bulankulama. For bowling, W.A.K. Fernando. The F.L. Gunodhana Batting Shield, B.J.R.A. Mendes. The Samson Thenabadu de Silva Trophy for the Inter-House General Knowledge Quiz, Stonehouse. The Warden de Alvis Memorial Trophy awarded to the house with the best scholastic achievement during the year, Stonehouse. The Lawrence Arndt Memorial Shield for the champion Day House, Buckhouse. The Arasu Thureyappa Memorial Shield for the best all-round house, Buckhouse. The W.T. Keeble Memorial Challenge Cup for the best all-round boy in the lower school, T.J. Vikramasinghe. The prize for the best all-round student in the upper school and the Priyanga Gunaratna Prize for the best all-round student under 17 years of age, DMSM Disanayaka. The Warden Neville de Alvis Memorial Prize for the best results at the GCE Ordinary Level Examination 2022, MNN Abdullah. KMVTSP Silva. DGS Sandeepa. R. Adarshan. WAAI Vikramasinghe. GN Vithanage. SS Gunasinghe. PHJ Sanvindu. DP Deraniyagala. JK Nilukshan. SJ Kure. U Benushan. T. Tulasihan, TMSR Kure, K. Tuarahan, T.S. Vanniyarachi, J.C. Apaseniviratna, R.J. Sainaketan, H.G.P. Senindu Dilsara, K.D.S. Pereira, M.S.D. Fernando, C.N.W. Gunratna, W.A.M.B. Karunaratna, S. Kedaran, W.N.M. Abhivikrama, G.S. Rajiv, D.N.A. Vijayanayaka, M.D.A. Rumain, okay. C.D. Vijaypala, S. Aswedan, N. Sanjeev, N. S. Kaluarachi, B. Tilakshan, K.T.R. Jayasekara, R. Abayan, E.D.T.N. De Alvis, T.M.A.L.V. Ratman Golla, J. Ajantan, L.D. Harish, Chitra, N. Serasundara, B. The Dr. Sarat Chandra Amaradasa Abekun Memorial Prize awarded to the most outstanding boarder with notable achievements in curricular and extracurricular activities, SMMS Khan. The Dr. R.L. Heyman Memorial Trophy for the best all-round boy among the college boarders J. Srikanth. The J.L.D. Peiris Memorial Prize for the Best Student in the College Forms Arts and Science, C. Tuarahan. The Admiral H.A. Silver Challenge Trophy for the Best All-Round Student in Academics and Sport, K.A.D.L.M. Nanakar. Sportsman of the Year Under 16, M.H.B. Karunaratna. The Placidus and Merle Vijaysekara Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student who has qualified to enter university in Sri Lanka, C.D. Vijaypala. The Dr. Sarat Chandra Amaradasa Abekon Memorial Prize awarded to the head prefect, K.D.K. Pereira. The Saravanamuthu Prize awarded to a student demonstrating early promise of exhibiting human excellence and virtue in adult life to commemorate a distinguished Thomian family, K. Ganan. The Hinton D. Alvis Seniviratna Memorial Prize and Trophy awarded to the highest Thomian achiever of the year who successfully balanced and excelled in both academics and extracurricular activities during the year, S.P. Pereira. Thank you, Professor De Silva. Your hard day's task is done. I now call upon the warden to give away the final award of the evening. The Victoria Gold Medal for the Best All-Round Student, K.D.K. Pereira.
My Lord, the Bishop of Colombo, the Right Reverend Dushanta Rodrigo, Chief Guests, Dr. Nihal and Ms. Zina De Silva, Warden Sir, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished invitees, members of the tutorial, administrative, support and support staff, old boys, parents, students, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it an honor and privilege to stand before you this evening, proposing the vote of thanks to our chief guests, Dr. Nihal and Mrs. Ina De Silva. Thank you, Dr. and Mrs. De Silva, for gracing this occasion as the chief guests, adding color to this evening's proceedings. Now, we have heard about Dr. Nihal's many accomplishments in his professional career and about the founding of his multi-university in Sri Lanka earlier this evening. But I would like to talk about his athletic prowess during his schooling. Now, I am informed about a certain practice routine which Dr. Nihal and Mr. Ranjit Ranasinghe, a fellow athlete, used to follow. They used to meet up at about 5 a.m. and then jog around the neighborhood, ending up on the beach. And occasionally, I want to stress on the word occasionally, they would help themselves to milk conveniently kept on the doorsteps. This was, of course, to boost their protein levels, but they never got caught. Perhaps not wanting to get caught was the inspiration that led to breaking the records subsequently. Or was it the milk? Dr. Nihal, thank you very much for accepting our warden's request to be our chief guest this evening. Mrs. Ina De Silva, you are no doubt Dr. Nihal's inspiration and strength to accomplish everything he has. Thank you, madam, for being with us this evening and for performing the unenviable task of distributing these many prizes. We are extremely grateful. Our thanks to the Lord Bishop of Colombo for being here with us. Thank you, Lord Bishop, for your continued leadership through the Board of Governors to the college. I say a very special word of thanks to all our committed teachers whose untiring efforts prepare the young learners in the school to achieve greatness and to become good citizens in this country. Thank you, teachers, for everything you have done and continue to do. The achievements of these young Thomians we celebrate today are thanks to your hard work and dedication. An event like today would not have been possible if it wasn't for the dedication and hard work of a dynamic team. I wish to place on record my thanks to Mr. Nesiseelan for ensuring the prize tests are completed and finalized for the prize list and the prizes as well. Mr. Dylan Fox for looking into the many aspects of this event and for ensuring that everything is completed to perfection, in addition to the other roles he plays in college. Messrs. Krishan and Ajit for making the hall arrangements, and to all those who contributed to make this event a success. Too numerous to mention, but my sincere thanks to all. The support staff who are always unsung, invisible, and behind the scenes. Although they are unseen, if it isn't for them, this school would come to a standstill. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the support staff, for everything that you do for college. My thanks also to Dulmet and Kavish and the prefect's body who have been a strength to us in the running of the school and for helping with the prize giving. Kavish, thank you for getting the boards in the hall completed in such short period of time. Well done. Lastly, but by far not the least, I wish to thank one very special person here on stage. I have known him first as a teacher, but more importantly as a mentor and as a friend. He speaks of my principles, this man's principles and integrity, at a time when it is lacking from most, is equal to none. A man who always puts the needs of another above his own. He has been at the helm of this college, having to navigate extreme difficult waters. He has had to steer the college through the Easter bombings, COVID pandemic, bankruptcy of the country, and social unrest, but ensured that the ship not only continued its course, but improved along in its way. My dearest Warden Sir, you for all you have been and done for this college, the students, and the staff. Always at the expense of your own health and family. So your unparalleled leadership to this school has been the sole reason for the success we celebrate today. And I have no reservations when I say that the college is producing high achievers in all spheres thanks to your leadership. In your time, you have ensured equality for all, irrespective of differences. You have ensured safety and well-being of the children in all aspects. You have ensured the staff always get better rewards without thinking of your own. All this while having to shoulder unjust criticism, unfair judgments, loose talk, and being underappreciated by even our very own. You are a role model, sir, for all of us, and we thank you. I place on record my congratulations to all those who came on stage this evening to receive prizes. Keep at it, work hard, and achieve greater heights in life. But above all, learn to be humble in all achievements. For those who didn't make it on the stage today, it is not the end. You have not lost. I would like to take a leaf out of one of our chief guests' athletic meets. Within the first 200 yards of the race, while the runners were still bunched up, he stumbled and fell. But he picked himself up, limped a bit, and continued the race while being dead last. Over the next 3 laps, he caught up and came second by only 2 to 3 yards. Don't give up when you stumble, because the race is not over. Pick yourselves up and run the race. All the very best, one and all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this evening. God bless you, Mr. Perpetua.
My Lord Bishop, the Right Reverend Dushanta Rodrigo, our chief guest, Professor Dr. Nihal De Silva and Mrs. De Silva, Warden Sir, Sub-Warden Sir, Acting Chaplain, members of the Board of Governors, members of the tutorial, administrative, sports and support staff, distinguished invitees, parents, and my fellow Thomians. I am privileged, humbled, and most importantly, honored to be standing here today, representing the student body of the college, seconding the vote of thanks as the head prefect, following a rich and unique tradition. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Lord Bishop for gracing this occasion and for guiding this institution as the chairman of the board with true Christian values and traditions. Our thanks goes out to the chief guest this evening, Dr. Nihal De Silva. We are informed that during Dr. Nihal's school days, he was an example of an all-round student and athlete. While he excelled in his academics, he was also a school prefect, held records in athletics, became the best athlete in the public schools meet in 1963, and was a national title winner. One great example to our young Thomians for what can be achieved through hard work. Thank you, sir, for gracing this event today and for handing out prizes together with Mrs. De Silva and for the words of wisdom that you shared with us earlier. Also, sir, I would like to say a very special thank you in advance for the role you will be playing in a short while. The records you broke those many years ago will help you, no doubt. To the 19th warden of this great campus, Father Mark Bilimoria. To start off, Father, I like to say that I'm grateful for not only being a head prefect of your time, but just to have been a student in your time as the warden. I have absolutely no words to express my thanks to you on behalf of the student body. Father, you have led us as a father figure, a friend, but most importantly, as a man of integrity. You have had to take the blame on behalf of us when things go south, no matter what. You have had to right the wrongs, go through many sleepless nights, burn the midnight oil just to make sure our lives are easy, and to make St. Thomas's College a happy place for all students and staff. Even from a student's perspective, Father, please know that these things haven't gone unnoticed, and we are forever grateful. This is an emotional moment for all of us. This is perhaps the last time you will hear a head prefect under you speak at a prize giving. I would like to state that, Father, you have undoubtedly impacted our lives by teaching us the all-important 3 Ds: discipline, discipline, and discipline. Subborn, sir, the invisible hand behind the running and functioning of the school. Every problem is brought to you, sir, and I too know, after having led people in my sphere of leadership, it is not easy to address all those problems. But sir, only God knows how you get the energy, patience, and most importantly, the consistency to do so. Sir, the only thing I can say is a wholehearted thank you. Next, I would like to thank and appreciate the undying efforts and commitment of the college staff who work tirelessly in order to make this institution a cut above the rest. A special word of thanks to our dear teachers who have not only taught us the lessons from the books, but lessons for life. You have truly shaped us to become gentlemen, and for what we are very thankful. The administrative, sports, and support staff, together with the officials who made this evening a reality, I thank you. For without you, today and the day-to-day functioning of this school would not be possible. To the heroes beyond the gates, our parents. To state in brief, thank you for believing in us when no one else did. Thank you for giving us confidence even when we really did not deserve it. Thank you for accepting us for who we are. I have seen how tirelessly my parents have worked for me, and I thank them for having minimal interference in my college life. I would like to take a moment to salute and appreciate my ride or die, the boys who make me who I am. The school prefects, the house prefects, and my right-hand man, Kavish Kamal Chandra, the deputy head prefect of the school. Thank you for devoting your time and effort to impact and influence the lives of the student body. Now, to take this speech on a tangent, Dr. Nihal, I would like to take you down memory lane to about 62 years ago, when you were standing tall and smart in the back of the hall, wearing the prestigious white coat at the prize-giving ceremony in 1962. When the head prefect of your time was standing where I am. Warden, sir, as a passionate historian, I am sure that you will be interested to know that the name of the head prefect during the time of our chief guest too was K.D.K. Pereira, which coincidentally is my name. And would you believe it? He too played hockey and was the captain of the hockey team in 1961, which is a sport of my choice and the sport I vice-captained 6 decades later. Maybe the present K.D.K. Pereira would be able to accomplish something the K.D.K. Pereira of the past was unable to. Warden, sir, many of my predecessors have been bowling googlies and bouncers, but you are quite famous for defending these. This got me thinking. We have been playing the wrong sport. And since your favorite sport is rugby, I thought we'd give this a try. So, Father, you are now all geared up in your cricket gear, having mastered the art of defending googlies, but in the middle of a rugby field. My play includes where I myself is a standoff and the record-breaking chief guest currently flanking you, Father, playing the position of the wing three-quarter with you on the defense. A well-timed chip over your defense to my wing three-quarter who would receive it and outrun your defense father to score the try for us. My job will be to take the conversion thereby to add the 2 holidays, the 2 points to the score. I would now like to invite our dear chief guest to take his place for the kickoff to make a run of a lifetime. I have 3 very quick reasons to prove to you the needing of a second holiday. My first reason is that the 4th of February is a Sunday. So most probably the government will declare Monday a holiday in lieu of the 76th Independence Day. This is a given. Therefore, the prize-giving holiday, as it deserves its own place in the calendar, should be Tuesday, the 6th of February. My second reason is that 2024 is a leap year. This means we anyway have an extra day in the calendar. So the extra holiday really doesn't affect the school days. Why do 28 days of work in 29 days and be inefficient rather than working 28 days in optimal efficiency and taking the other day off? My third and final reason to you is to do with academics. I mean, these are prize giving after all. In the past years, my predecessors have asked, in the past 6 years, my predecessors have asked for 14 holidays in total and have only received 5 days. This is a mere 35.7% pass rate. But further, we have strongly implemented a minimum average of 40% in college for our students. So the 2 holidays will make it 7 out of 16, which is 43.8%. Thank God we passed. But jokes apart, to all my fellow Thomians, whether or not you received a prize this evening, work harder in the coming year. Everybody says that discipline is important, but no one really tells you why. So let me tell you. It is the strongest form of self-love. It's letting go of something you want right now for something much better later on. Discipline reveals a commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days you don't want to. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday. If there is a will, there is a way. Today, tomorrow, and till the end, we must always sing loud and proud for all we have and are, because this is all I have and am. Esto perpetua.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have never been under such tremendous pressure. I have to make this momentous, shall I say, decision. And as I usually do when things become very serious, let me consult my wife. In her own language, she said no. But I know her more than you do, When she means no, she means yes. So I'm in a dilemma. So what I'm going to do is, I'm the wing 3/4. I'm going to pass it this way.
KDK Pereira is lucky that the chief guest didn't pass the ball that way. But he doesn't know that I am a master of the rolling maul. If Monday is declared a government holiday, then Tuesday will be the prize-giving holiday. But if not, it will be Monday.